Hey guys, so today in Hey Niels, I'm going to be answering a question from Craig. Craig's question is, hey Niels, as a newbie trying to keep ad spend down, would I better be off focusing on Google Shopping ads, Facebook ads, or using Instagram influencers to promote my product/Shopify store? Thanks. So by the way, if you have a question like that, just post in the comments below. Just post Hey Niels, and I'll be answering your questions. So on this channel, we speak a lot about dropshipping, we speak about sourcing your products in China, we speak about Amazon FBA, private labeling, anything really where you can make money with e-commerce. I'm in China right now. I live in China for 7 years, and I have a sourcing company here. So if you need help sourcing your products, that's something we can do. Just schedule a call below. But let's really get to the question, because it's going to take me a little minute to go full circle. So please stick with me. And if I'm too confusing, just comment below and say, hey Niels, you suck. To answer the question, which kind of ad platform is better? I think it's the wrong question, because you have, one is like, there are two levers, right? One is like, how much money can you make from the customer? And then the other lever is, how much do you spend to acquire the customer in advertisement, right? And then there are a few factors that come in, right? So the first factor is the people focus so much on the first interaction with the customer. What you really want to do, and that's why the ad question is a little bit of a wrong question, what you really want to do is you want to focus on long-term building a brand, dealing with the customer, serving the customer again and again and again and again. So in the real world, it's a normal thing that if you have a business, you want people to come back to your business. You want people to buy again from you. You send them flyers, you send them commercials. You do if you have a brick and mortar store. So online, it's nothing else. We're still dealing with the same people, if you will. So what you want to focus on actually is the back end, and it's the long term, because that's where the money is. You can tweak your profit margins, whether you use one ad channel or the other ad channel. You can tweak your margins. So instead of saying, okay, you have a 40% margin, you get a 50% margin, and therefore you have $2 more to spend to acquire that customer, right? That's one way of doing it. But where the actual money is in the back end. So it's after you acquire the customer, then later on you sell them the next thing, and that then is 100% profit, because you don't have to spend money in acquiring the customer again. So if over the next year you sell the guy 3-4 times, then it's 3 or 4 purchases that you actually did with 100% profit margin. Obviously you have your product costs and all that kind of stuff, right? And that's where you should focus on generally. Now, I will head back to the ads and how we run this and how we get people in, because obviously you need to have some way to get people into the store, right? Now, we don't run cold ads, okay? Cold ads means you put out, whether that's Google, whether that's Facebook, whatever that is. So what we don't do is that we go out and we say, okay, now Facebook, so like I want to advertise my product to all people that are 45, that live in the US, that have like this and this, whatever thing, and that have whatever interest and whatever you can target them with, right? What we do instead is we go with very small, affordable influencers, right? So we have people that post things on Instagram, we have people that post things on YouTube, where we just give them our product and they can do content about it. They don't have to be they don't have to have a crazy following. We're not talking about the Kardashians. We're not talking about million subscribers kind of things. We're talking about very small channels. We're talking about very small pages. 15,000, 50,000 followers. That's where we go to, because we just need to be in front of the right people. So if you have a store and you sell in one niche, which is what you should do, you should never do multiple products, but that's a topic for another day. So if you have multiple products in your store, or multiple products in one niche, you want to know what's the right customer, and then you want to find an influencer that talks to that right customer. So if I'm selling triathletes products, if I'm selling water bottles and any of that kind of stuff, then what we want to do is we want to have influencers that speak to triathletes. We want to have influencers that speak to those kind of people. So you send people to the store where you have your one sort of product. So if you're selling triathletes, if you're selling to triathletes and you have water bottles and you have running shoes and you have running socks and all that kind of stuff, then you want to have an influencer that also talks to triathletes, obviously, right? So once you have these little influencers, these guys that can send you very targeted traffic, they already send you the right people. And this is what you're after. You're just after the right people. They send those to your store. And then once you have them in your store, you have your Facebook traffic or your Facebook pixel on the page. You have your Google pixel on the page where you just collect data. So you want to feed the pixel. I mean, think about it. if you think about it, YouTube and Google and Facebook, these are these billion-dollar companies with these crazy algorithms. So what we do is that we have a Facebook pixel or Google pixel on our pages. We use sales funnels, but you can use your Shopify store, whatever, it doesn't matter. So if you think about it, these are billion-dollar companies. They feed their algorithm with so much data, and the algorithm is really smart, right? The algorithm is way smarter than you. You can't outsmart them. So what you do is you take the pixel, you put it on the funnel or on your pages, and then you get people through from an influencer that you already know are the right people. And then once you have these people in your store, you can pixel their actions. So you can say, okay, who left their email address, who added their product to the cart, who bought the product, and then the algorithm can do its magic. So the algorithm can learn from that, and the algorithms from either of those can just learn and say, okay, what kind of people do certain actions? How do the people look like? And that's what we call lookalike audiences in Facebook and similar audiences with Google. So you just pixel all of these people and you track what are they actually doing. And then the algorithm finds the right audience that has the best potential to get you the results that you want, whether that's purchases or email addresses. Obviously, you want to have people give you money, right? So you pixel these people, and then you use the pixel data to do retargeting ads and to do warm audience ads, lookalike ads, or similar audience ads, because those ads are really affordable. And that's the first part of it, where first you get the right customer in, you serve them with advertisement that is not very, very expensive because it's not cold ads. And then, most importantly, is you keep the person happy and busy and you keep them engaged. And you send them to blog posts, you send them emails, you send them to YouTube videos that interest them. It doesn't have to be your stuff, right? It just needs to be something that keeps them busy, keeps them happy, keeps them engaged, and keep them reminded to your brand and that you have more products to sell them. And in the long term, you just sell them again and again and again and again. And that is where your money is. So I hope that helped. If you have a question, just comment hashtag #HeyNiels below. Ask me your questions. I'm going to answer that for you. And if you want to learn more about the how to set up the dropshipping store right, how to do it profitably, how to put ads out that actually convert and that actually make money, and how do you actually end up with money in your pocket instead of just giving it all to Facebook, because after all, you're not a charity that wants to feed Facebook, right? So if you want to learn more about that, there's a link below to a free web class. The web class is about an hour, 1.5 hours long, and in that web class, I teach you all of these things. I teach you a new e-commerce system that I use to completely replace a full-time income. I teach you how to profitably acquire customers. And there's something else, and I have a free template for you that I'm not going to tell you right now what it is. So you just got to check it out. So hit the link below, and I'll catch you tomorrow.